of this movie is kind of like the story that's emerged the most probably is certain bands being able to just independently make it, you know, without having to sort of concede creatively what they want to do. I mean, would you say that there's pretty much nobody else other than you guys controlling your output, you know, or even the shows that you play?
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I think that's rare.
I mean, business is business. It boils down to basic economics, you know. There's supply and demand, and you know, if you have a product, whatever it is, you know, people want it, you know. It's just the business side of it. Creativity doesn't work that way, but business side, it's just, you know, figuring out your plan of how to get that to people.
Because you need promo. I mean, you need all these people to get this message out now.
Yeah. I didn't even talk to Aaron Long. We were just like first experimenting and creating. We were like taking a break outside, and I was like telling him I'd like to, you know, we were talking about our goals or dreams or whatever. I was like, oh man, I'd like to start some label. I'd like to be a, you know, dope producer one day, you know, just like goals, you know.
Right.
We had an opportunity with Ghostland to like, okay, well, nobody's beating your door down to give you a major label deal or whatever, help you out. So just do it yourself and figure it out along the way and just, you know, be smart about it.
Starts out with passion too, as well. I mean, to go through all the rigmarole and all the hurdles and
playing at what was that place? Not Murder, yeah, Red Rum.
Playing at
like
Red
fucking
Rum.
10 people, and they're all like, "What is this?" Like,
or the Crazy Donkey.
We're at a number of places.
Wherever the Fire in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no one was there at the
Yeah.
Fire.
I mean, you have to have passion and love for it first, I think, you know, in order to really go through the darkness and just know that there's something there.
Yeah.
Know that there's, you know, you have to have that total just love and devotion to it. I don't think it works.
You will give up.
You will give
Yeah.
You will
If you're
submit.
just, yeah.
You will submit.
If you're just along for like some kind of rock and roll fantasy.
right. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing is that I think people probably think that you guys have this crazy lifestyle or whatever, like, oh, touring into like, you know, Berlin one night, like London the other night, like whatever club, you know. And it's like rock and roll all the way, but then it's like there's this project, like an artistic project that needs like mending all the time.
Yeah.
And you can't be like all like strung out, you know, like.
You could, but it wouldn't last very long.
Because it's us taking care of us. It's not somebody like at the label taking care of us and being like, oh, well, let's just cover up these guys or let's get them to a hospital. You know, it's like, no, you know, if one of us falls, dude, the band falls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it rests on our shoulders. You know, we depend on each other a lot.
Right.
You know.
What do you think about festivals like that ACL, the first ACL, the 2007? I mean, do you think that changed everything right there as far as being able to tour everywhere else?
No, I mean, it helps. You know, each show we do helps in some way because someone sees it, someone enjoys it, even if it helps just an individual person. But as far as like, you know, you don't play this one show and like some dude that used to be in the Talking Heads was magically there and he loved it, and then he invited you to his house and then had some crazy party, and the next thing you know, you're like freaking...
From there, your life is taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, we played like at a coffee shop in Bellingham, Washington after a string of like 5-person in attendance, 2 people in attendance, playing 2 sets to like 3 of our friends and some other people that, And then like at the end, like the last show of that stretch was like some freaking coffee shop where people are like trying to study and read, and there's a few people kind of checking out what you're doing.
And you're bringing your big rig, like bass.
Yeah,
bass cab
everything.
thing in there.
Freaking Pegasus 2 was, you know, back there banging, you know, like serious sound. Yeah, people would be like, "Shut up," you know, and all this stuff, and then you have 36 hours to think about the last 2 weeks of your life, you know, on your way home.
Like your tail tucked between your legs.
Yeah, just like, oh man, this isn't looking too good, you know.
Or how hard it is to walk into a truck stop in Jersey with pink pants, red leather jacket, and pigtails.
Yeah.
That was tough. That's when I stopped dressing in character on the road.
Yeah.
We just don't think about the future because it's just going to happen. I mean, if you really love something and if you're really passionate about it and putting everything into it, something's going to happen. I mean, life's going to happen. It just happens. You know, so you're almost like burning brain cells and wasting your time to plan out every single detail, because it's not going to happen like that.
Right.
I mean, we've been proven wrong so many times, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're like, okay, it's going to do this, and this is going to happen like this, and it's like uncontrollable. It's too big to be calculated, you know? The future's way too wide open to be calculated.
Word. Well, that's a good way to live.
We live.